got no baby. I'm sorry, you know I'm a baddie.
Are you good?
When they say male baddies on TikTok, they was talking about me.
Yo, it is the Music Monday podcast, and I am on the couch, which means we had a cancellation. So I got with me the homie
J.Khali'l from Sound on the Hill. Y'all already know what's going on. How y'all doing?
So this is going to be kind of a short one. We're really not going to be doing a lot of talking. We're just going to be going over events that we got coming up and a lot of exciting things for musicians in our community. So first off, we got people scheduled up until July. We're taking bookings for people beginning of July, August, start our summer fall season. If you want in on the podcast, just shoot me a message. Let me know what you got. And we are going to be doing probably a concert a quarter. If you want a piece of that, shoot me a message. Let me know if you have an EPK or a recording or something like that. We'll do something for you.
You said you're doing a what?
Concert a quarter.
Okay.
So the City of Huntsville allows house concerts, which is a small venue that has music adjustments available. You know, we have a full backline kit, PA and all that. Mm-hmm. And we have a live stream set up, obviously. So if you have a concert you want to perform, we can live stream a concert, or we can have like 30 people in here.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a small venue.
Okay.
And just like with the podcast, we're giving musicians opportunities to get their feet wet in performances, kind of same vein as like Soraya now. And we're going to do one a quarter. Every 3 months, we're going to do one. And if you sell tickets, you sell tickets. If you don't, you don't. If you find people that want to hear you, great. It is more for the experience. It's more for the practice. Kind of like the artist development, but just an extra step.
Okay, babe. I like that, actually.
Right.
You know, that's something I'm like really big on. I love artist development and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because especially like I have a thing, no shade to the rappers and stuff like that, but I always be telling like the people in Sound on the Hill and the people around me, like the rappers for sure can benefit from like the artist development and performing and stamina and different things like that. And not saying that the singers can't, but I know that's something that's like naturally practiced when you're learning how to sing and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's what I mean on my thing. So I like that idea.
So like we had Tyler the Hippie in here.
That's my dog. I just saw him a couple days ago.
Yeah. He's supposed to be coming back to work on his second demo at the end of the month. And I wanted to ask him what his opinion on actually tracking a track in the studio was. And I think he was just so nervous he didn't really have much to say about it. So I videotaped the whole thing because, you know, you need something to be able to reference. Like if you're cracking or if you're nervous, you can kind of see that when you're performing, whether you're too far away from the mic or too close or whatever. We record them so that we have a record of that. And I turned his record, his first run through the song, to a little music video for him. Sent it to him. He's like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "That's what we do. It's part of the services. It's something that you can tell your friends. Is like, hey, I recorded a demo. I got a little music video out of it. It didn't cost me hardly nothing. And I got something to show people when they say, hey, have you sang anything? Have you performed at all? Have you done anything?"
He be singing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, he be singing.
Oh, my God. So I track people over the weekends. I take little 2-3 hour sessions when I can.
Okay.
And
what do you mean by track?
So that when we set you up on a mic and we get you a backing track going, we get your vocal chain and everything set in place, okay, and then we record you singing. We're tracking your vocals. It's a little bit more streamlined than actually trying to build a backing track or all that. You know, if you have a backing track, you have an idea, and you have vocals that you want to sing, we'll get you set up and knock it out real quick. But where was I going with this? So I had somebody else come in on the weekend who was much more upstanding individual
Mm-hmm.
than I ever am. Shout out Kim. Love you, boo. So like I was trying to explain to her, I was like, hey, you need to sing it with your dick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know the proper way of saying that. You gotta put some balls into
What are
it.
you trying to say? Like more confident?
Yeah. That's what it rolled around to. I was like,
He skipped over all these
you need to
synonyms.
sing with confidence, boo. You need to kind of like, actually put your whole chest into it.
Okay.
And we probably did like 7 or 8 takes on each section until she got used to what she was doing.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I don't know how to properly tell you this, but I'm struggling. This is just understand. I mean this with the most dignity and respect. Please just sing with your dick.
Yeah.
And she got it. And
Yeah.
she was mildly embarrassed, and she sang that shit. We got it recorded, and I gotta fix it up and mix it and shit. But like, it's super dope song. And when she gives me permission to share it, I'll share it to everybody.
Sometimes that's what it takes, though. That little bit of embarrassment, that like makes you humble a little bit.
Yeah.
So you can just stop and just be like, okay, what do I really need to like feel in myself or work on real quick so I can reach the goal that I'm trying to get, that I can hit that sound that I'm trying to hit,
right,
and stuff like that. So it's good that you did that, though.
And bringing it back to Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he started out really, really meek and humble, and then he get used to it.
Yeah.
And then he started belting.
Yeah. And
I'm like, bro, you need to sing what you did from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like start out trying to get a girl pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like after a couple of takes, it was like, all right, here, this is what we got. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to keep refining this? And it was like, well, we'll tab this out. We'll do a rough mix so that you can hear it and you can critique your own performance and know what you need to focus on. And so to wrap all this up in a very, very, very widely explained bow, having that experience and having a chance to get in front of a mic and have somebody give you constructive feedback and have a video record of you legitimately actually performing is what? You're loud. I'm always loud. I'm sorry. No, you hit the yellow and the red. Oh, that's fine. I'll back up a little bit. So like having that access to that information and being able to show somebody else that you're singing and that you have been in front of a mic and that you can hold a note.
That's the one.
Right. And oh my God. Bro.
Let it out. Let it out.
Hey y'all, check me out on Threads.
Ain't no telling what you be saying on there.
On Saturdays, every Saturday, I'll put out a thread first thing in the morning. I say, hey, it's Saturday. Send me your new music.
Okay, Ben, say that.
And I have gotten some entries. I generally get 20 to 30 songs every Saturday. It usually runs into like Sunday to Monday. And I made a promise that I was going to listen to all of them. Sometimes I regret that promise.
There you go.
But I do it. And if it's something that's legitimately within my scope, like if I get a trap song, I'm a trap producer, I will give you more detailed feedback than if you send me an Icelandic, moaning song.
What's that called? That chant like
The Gregorian chant.
The Gregorian chant.
Yeah. I've gotten a couple of those. I've gotten like some like I've gotten transient EDM music, like
actually take a listen to it.
Right, like straight mood music. I've gotten songs that were in Thai and Spanish, and I'm just like, man, I don't understand none of this, but it's a bop though. You know what I'm saying?
There's music vibe
Right. But you like the first thing I noticed is you got the camera pointed up your nose when you shot this, man. Like legit, it is hilarious, but like I could tell that he was making some babies in that song, and like the cortisones was on it, and I'm just like, bro, all I can see is the nose shot that you sent. Oh man, I've gotten like the BTS type shit. like the Korean boy band shit,
Okay.
because they like try to do it in other countries. Like,
I haven't gotten into them yet. I tried.
bro,
I tried
like,
because I saw that. Then this K-pop Demon Hunters.
yeah,
I saw they won Grammys and
yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah. They
I
smacked
haven't
it.
gotten into that yet.
So like, there's a group that's called Baby Metal,
Okay.
and like they're just little girls, like little tiny things, and they scream and they shred.
Like
And
metal music, like
yeah,
screamo music type
like
thing.
metal, like they get it, and like they perform with like name brand people in America, and folks are just like, how you gonna have these people on here? You're desecrating our music source. And I'm like, have you heard them? Are you seeing anything except for the maid outfit and the stockings? Because that's kind of hot. No joke. That's kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
But when they actual perform, that shit's real hot. That's some flyleaf. I fell in love again when I was 19, because that girl like 4'6" and she screams louder than anybody I know. Anyways, back to the
There you
point.
go. There you go again.
So like, I've gotten a lot of like BTS Pretty Boy songs in other languages. I've gotten a lot of folks that probably should not be singing.
Right.
I give positive feedback. I do. But if I'm like, man, your outfit is dope.
But that's it.
Right.
But that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
You just look good. You look like everything. You look like your aesthetic.
You got it.
But you do not sound like your aesthetic.
A lot of times I'm like, so what exactly kind of music is this?
Okay.
And I mean, because like legit, I could be completely wrong, and that could be the dopest Icelandic chanting music that ever fucking existed, but I don't know what it is. And so like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool, but I don't really know how to process it.
So with that, how do you feel like people can find their authentic sound? Because think about like a lot of artists that we've seen like grow and change and stuff. Like my favorite is actually watching Chris Brown.
Right.
Because he went through pop, R&B, back to pop. He did a little EDM, and now he kind of been back to like blending all of them together.
Bruh.
So like, how do you feel like it's the best way for like artists to find their sound without
You
going
get
away from
enough
their
money
authentic
that you
self?
don't care about being commercial successful. That's how you do it. So like, a good example of that is Nelly Furtado.
Oh my God, that's a nostalgic one.
Yeah. So like, she sings like very Brazilian folk music, right? And she got together with Timbaland and did a commercial album and blew up. Like, Promiscuous was just the jam.
That's the one that
Yeah, it was the jam. And she had like 4 or 5 other tracks on that album, and they were all bangers. And she got pregnant, and she dropped off, and she came back, and she was hoping to hold on to all of the fans that she got from her commercial success. And then she released an album, like Lauryn Hill said, it didn't have no beats on it. And so like,
and that commercial album had beats.
Oh yeah, it was,
through that thing.
The whole thing was
Man Eater.
Right. The whole album was
just through that.
It was just a club bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was so many babies made to that album.
And you know how fans get when you like switch a sound like that.
Right.
It's like, hey, what's going on?
All these people came on because Timberland put them there, and she went back to her folksy shit, and didn't nobody want to hear that except for the people that listened to her before.
Okay.
The difference is now she got residuals, and she can afford to fuck around. And like, I think that's what makes the difference.
Well, I see the thing, and I agree with that all the way. Because I think the interesting part to me is like the people who find their authentic sound and they profit off of it, versus then people like we just said, like Nelly Furtado, who have their sound, and people like, yeah, we don't like you singing that.
100%.
Like that's what is always so interesting to me. Like you have those people that can get that certain sound, and people like, okay, this is different for them. Like Beyonce is like, I'm a Beehive, because when she released Four was that album that everybody was like, Beyonce, I don't like this. What is this? My least favorite album is actually I Am Sasha Fierce with Single Ladies and all that on there.
What you don't like? You don't like Country Carter?
I like Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, there you go.
I like Cowboy Carter.
I've heard like a couple songs from it, and I'm like, if this ain't the most commercial country album I've ever heard in my life, It really felt like somebody's like, "Hey, you need to do one," and she did it.
She said it herself.
Right. And I'm from Texas. I can make a country album. Bitch, you've been living in New York City for fucking 30 years. How you gonna make a country album?
So what happened with that is, I don't know if you remember when she went on the CMAs with the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
And everybody made the uproar.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happened, and that's why she wants to make the country album. She was like, "Oh, bet I got y'all."
I mean, I
because
get
we
it.
think this next one is gonna be a rock album. God, no. That's what the rumors have been talking about.
No.
Just let her cook, please. Let her cook, please. Let her.
Bro,
cook.
I swear to
They
God,
said she's gonna do rock.
if she comes out looking like Kiss, I might
doubt
be
it.
a fan. I might be a fan if she does that. If she leans into that shit and she 100% like ICPs that shit, I am down for it.
But I'm intrigued though. What kind of rock?
It doesn't matter. She needs to like go 110%. You know what I'm saying? She needs to play all the guitar solos herself. She needs to like hit speakers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now I want her to bring back. She used to have a guitar. She used to have on her tour. They used to shoot flames out. They used to do this like
the whole thing.
Like if she brings BB back on tour,
she needs to do the. If she doesn't like dedicate her life to the metal riff.
Now I don't know if it's gonna be metal rock. That's the thing.
It needs to be.
I don't know if it's gonna be. I think she might incorporate it in there, but I don't think she'll do the whole thing. So that's why I'm interested to see. I mean, but I also know she like rage bait in the community.
Right. So like I was talking about that with somebody recently because Trishonda.
Yes, that's my girl. I did Dreamgirls with her.
Yeah. She was like, "Can people master more than one genre?"
Yes.
And I'm like, "Boo, look at Post Malone. He came out as a rapper.
Right.
He came out completely in that zone. He never once claimed to be a rapper. He never said, I'm a rapper. He said, I'm a singer on trap beats. I mean, to be fair, all this shit was melodic trap. And so he had, 2 or 3 albums that were all right square in that. Yeah. And then he came out with the Austin album, which was very, very, very much lighter. I guess that's the word, lighter. It was more of a transition into pop music, very poppy.
And where he is now.
And then people were like, yeah, so you did rap, you did pop, now you should do a country album. And so he did a country album and rocked that shit out too.
Exactly.
And so like, to be fair, I really think that it's his publicist making random fucking posts everywhere talking about how he needs to do a country album to kind of build up that hype. Because that just makes sense to me as a marketing person. Because like on every album, every something you do, there's somebody like, yeah, you should make a country album next. And so then he's like, yeah, I'll make a country album. Yeah, it fits. But to be fair, he curated a country album. He didn't write that shit himself. He did not make 14 songs with him being the primary, making all of the melodics, all the rhythmics, all of the bass. That dude went in there and he slayed the studio with every big name he possibly could.
Okay.
Like,
what you mean?
He got Morgan Wallen on 2 tracks.
Okay.
He got Hardy on a track. He got Jelly Roll on a track. He got songs with Blake Shelton.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest names that you can get in country, he put them all on his album. Like he actually recorded that album at East Iris, by the way.
Okay.
Where they do all the shows for the Hansel Music Office.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He recorded that album. He re-recorded all of his trap music in country.
Okay.
Like he did Congratulations and not White Iris, but what was the other super popular one?
Oh no, I never listened to like her album.
The Spider-Man song.
I know he had the Spider-Man song.
Yeah, Sunflower.
Heard.
Yeah, he did that one in country, and he had like a lap steel and all that shit done, and like fabricated it for the country artist. And that shit was dope. I hate to be that way, but like that shit was dope. Okay. And that's what happens when you get S-class musicians to collaborate with you with unlimited pockets
and that's what I was going to say. Right. So that's the difference between like I was going to say like that transition is different with him and like Beyonce and stuff like that. Because like I said, when she did that country album, all them folks probably she hit them people are like, yeah, no, I'm not getting on this album.
Right there, I ain't doing
Hell
that.
no.
No amount of money you can offer me is going to ruin my reputation by
Uh-huh.
performing with you.
Which I think is interesting because on the opposite spectrum, back to like Post Malone and stuff like that, everybody welcomed him from when he was in the rap community and stuff like that. Even though now, you know, he
Nobody,
gets his backlash.
nobody
now.
really welcomed him. In
Not,
the
I
rap
won't say
community.
welcomed him in, but he didn't have to fight so hard because like them first two albums, they was dope. They got plays, people played them, they got commercial and stuff
So
like that.
to be fair,
Uh-huh.
to be fair, he didn't really blow up until White Iverson.
Yes.
And he sent White Iverson to J.Khali'l, and he heard that shit, and he copped that shit. He was like, y'all need to listen to this. He sent it. He's the one that sent it around. Because dude was just living in L.A. in a bum house with like 14 other people making tracks and put them on SoundCloud. And it just so happened that one person sent it to the right person, that sent it to the right person, that sent it to the right person. And then all of a sudden, he blew the fuck up. And then all of the songs that because he had a lot of songs that he had already written that now had a chance to shine under the proper setup, the proper amount of music. Like I Fall Apart, he did that way before. I forgot about this song. Yeah, way before he did White Iverson. Nobody gives a shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But after he became popular, people were willing to listen to his other shit, and all of a sudden they're like, I like this song.
And that's how it goes. Because even like Ari Lennox, like she refused to perform her EP music stuff. Yeah. But those songs on there, and like Chicago Boy on that album from like Shea Butter Baby and stuff like that, top tier shit and stuff like that. But like she didn't get that until like J.Khali'l and stuff found her and stuff like that. And I hate when I say I hate to watch like that journey that she had with Dreamville and stuff like that because I feel like Dreamville, the era that they had was such a match made in heaven with her and Jid and Earth Gang and J. Cole. I feel like it was a match made in heaven. I'm glad we got that album.
I feel some kind of way about that. Yes. That whole thing. So like the idea behind Dreamville was to put 100 producers on a track and just give people the opportunities to get their flowers. And I feel like it, first of all, really disregards a lot of people that are working hard to do that shit on their own. And like people getting the hookup, they're getting the network, and they're getting their chance, and that's great. You know, I'm all about it. That's why I do this here. You know what I'm saying? Is I want people to have an opportunity to be able to get their flowers one way or the other.
Absolutely.
But like being put on because you know somebody is great and all, and being able to perform when you're there, but when you're this there to collect a name on a track and all you did was like a 2 or 3 second snip, you know what I'm saying? Or you just moved one fader and now you're a producer or whatever. At that I know this is going to cause so many problems, especially since that dude was here. You know what I'm saying? And like Mr. Wu is here and he was a part of that whole thing.
He was.
And so like it's hard for me to be like, I heard your stuff. I think what you did was dope, but I think that the whole project itself could have been curated a little bit better and been a better opportunity for the people that actually came to it instead of just being a grab all for a name. You know what I'm saying? And that feels some kind of way to me because it feels a little haterish. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It does. Like I don't want to be that guy.
I was going to say, you probably think of it from like your perspective, like if I was in there, type of thing.
I mean, like I want people to recognize my skills based on what they heard. Like I want them to be like, yeah, let me listen to your shit, and be like, all right, dope. You know what I'm saying? Like before I work with anybody, I'm like, let's do a vibe check. Let's see if we can even work together. Right. Because I am not about just trying to make money. I'm not trying to work with somebody because you're somebody. I'm trying to work with people that genuinely want to work with me, that genuinely want to make the music that I want to make. And I tell people, I'll track anything. If you got a backing track and you want to sing, I will mix engineer that shit, and it's not a fucking problem for me. You know, I'm not a person that will tell you that your music is bad because you want to do country or you want to do indie or you want to do singer-songwriter. But if I'm creating that track, it's going to be distinctly me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It is going to be, you're going to hear some piano. You're going to hear keys in it. You're going to hear,
You don't know Big Body
right.
Motherfucker.
You're going to hear what it is, and you'll be able to compare that to other tracks, and you'll have the same, because I craft my shit. I don't just throw it together. I don't throw it all against the wall and see what sticks. I am horribly, horribly concerned with the way my sounds work together, to the point where I don't release like 95% of the shit that I come up with, because I can never get it to be consistent enough with my brand.
Okay.
And so, like, if I'm working with somebody and they want me to do a backing track for them, they gonna get 47,000 versions of this track that will match them, and it'll match their quirks. Is that the right word? Yeah.
Right. Their personality.
Yeah.
And it complements them.
It will be crafted around who they are as a person, while distinctly being my thread and string and clothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it should be, though. I like that.
Right.
Because once we get the song out, now they can hear that, yes, you are the singer, but yes, they did hear me as a producer and the mix and master. And
it's like when you hear Marshmallow shit. It doesn't matter what it is, you hear it pop up, and you might not even know why it comes across that way, but you know Marshmallow did it. Right. You know Marshmallow had a part of it.
What? This is wrong be random. What's your zodiac sign?
I think I'm like a Virgo or a
That's
Libra,
what I was going to say.
Something.
When your birthday?
September 19th.
Oh, yeah, you were Virgo down.
Right.
That's crazy. And I asked that because you remind me of Queen Kiani. Because she's been producing now, and literally, like, as I'm listening to you, like, she's very, very super intentional about the way she produces and making sure, like, it's authentic to her. But she's also, like, hearing the artists and making sure, like, they sound their best as well, because she's very, like, what Erykah Badu said, I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah.
And so with Kiani, it's very much so, like, I want to make sure I don't just represent you the way you got to be, but I'm gonna make sure I represent myself and make sure my work is going out the best way it can be.
We was talking about Erykah Badu last week because Dimitri Robles, D-Rob.
Oh yeah, Bars Over Bull.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. They've been making a lot of moves this week.
Bro, they've been making a lot of enemies this week.
Oh yeah, I mean,
oh my god,
I love watching them.
Bro, I've gotten so many comments on your shit, man. Tone that shit down.
what comments are you
So
getting?
This cat, 5 seconds into the video, 5 seconds into the Facebook Live last week, said XXXTentacion is better than Tupac.
Wait, how did
Right. And I'm like, bro, you trying to get people to shoot up the studio? Is that what this is? Folks know where I live, man. They're going to come through here and try to whack your ass.
That's also just so random. That's just so random. Like, what conversation was I having that led into that?
So, like, we were talking. So, like, he was back to back because I had him scheduled for last week. And the week before that, I had a cancellation. And Sam A&M showed up and brought him on.
Sam they got a next event coming up, too.
Yeah. By the way, my kid loves his Yeah song. The whole positivity tracks. Like, my 5-year-old knows all the words. He be singing that shit.
Sam makes absolutely great feel-good music.
Yeah.
I walked into a studio session with him over at MJ Gill Studio. Shout out to him. And I said, oh, this is a vibe. And, like, I think it's interesting because, you know, sometimes, like, how any studio can feel, it'd be, you know, a whole bunch of debauchery going on. But I walked into that studio session. I was like, oh, it's a whole other vibe in this little thing. Okay, let me go get my rum punch. So let me come in here and let me vibe out and just chill out. But people making great music. Shout out to Sam Sir.
Yeah, this dude's like, well, you know, I don't have the nostalgia involved in Tupac to really be like, yeah, because he started that shit out by saying Biggie was better than Tupac, and I'm like, all right, you know, you kind of argue that one.
There we go.
You know, you can kind of have that because it's like the Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears debate, where Britney was a really good entertainer, but Christina Aguilera was obviously a better songstress. She obviously, that's what she relied on was her nose, and Britney relied on her boobs. So, like, you know, I get the conversation Biggie and Tupac, but the dude said, well, let's bring it into the new range. XXXTentacion is better than Tupac. I'm like, bro,
That's
what?
not a comparison.
And he's like, yeah, well, he went 13 platinum.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
and I hate when people try to compare numbers for current artists versus like people in the early 2090s because that's not the same.
well, I mean, I sent him a text about it because, like, in the middle of the show, I was sitting over there and I'm like, bro, you on some bullshit.
My God.
And so, like, I told him, I was like, the biggest song Tupac had went 9 times platinum.
Mm-hmm.
And it went 9 times platinum in a time where you had to walk your ass to the FYE, spend $15 out your pocket, and buy something, go home and listen to.
Yeah,
it was a whole thing.
It's now streaming numbers and
right. The biggest song that X did was 13 platinum, which really isn't that much bigger than 11 platinum.
Okay.
And it's completely digital.
Okay.
Completely digital, which means most of the people that listened to him didn't have to pay for it.
Okay.
And, it's something like, was it like 10,000 streams to count as one album sale?
That's why I was like, that don't count.
Right. So you're 13 platinum with a bunch of people that don't have to pay to listen to you.
Mm-hmm. And they probably didn't even buy the album.
Right. And then on top of that, music labels are notorious about bot streams and pushing numbers and faking the algorithm in order to. So, like, this is a whole fucking thing. 95% of all AI music streams are done by other bots.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're literally designed to steal money away from Spotify and YouTube and all those.
Shout out to Nicki versus Cardi. Pay me.
Nobody's listening to this fucking music except for the people that are caught in the crossfire.
Mm-hmm.
And like that money comes directly out of artists, like actual artist pockets. Because when you have a piece of the pie set up like Spotify and these guys do, if an AI musician is coming in here and stealing spins, they're taking money for that spins, and that money would otherwise be distributed to other artists. It may come mostly out of Drake's pocket, but my $4 got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody turned off music because they didn't want to listen to that AI bullshit.
Yeah.
When they could have possibly been listening to other music.
Hey, did you see how Timbaland introduced his AI artist and how he did that whole rollout? That was sick. That was sick, actually.
I am so not with that.
He was like the way he took, because mind you, this was like a year's plot that he set that thing from like on live with COVID and everything.
I saw it.
That was sick.
And I'm just like, bro, what? Like the whole thing, and I'm just like,
it was a scheme that Ty set up,
right? And I mean, like, if he wasn't like heavily leveraged into that shit, I'd be surprised. Because I feel like nobody should be able to pay Timbaland of all people enough money to put AI music on the forefront for.
Like what?
It's like, so like there's a bass player from India or whatever. Okay. She's repping Suna hard. And people are losing their shit about it because, like, apparently she's just a big piece of shit or whatever.
Okay.
And, like, she's been making, like, derogatory posts about people that are, like, talking bad about AI music. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't remember her name. It wasn't really that important, but it has gone enough controversy that you could probably look it up if you really cared. Okay. But, like, she's repping Suno, and she's talking about how Suno makes her a better artist, but she's also talking about how she's the best bass player in the world and that she doesn't need Suno.
What's Suno?
Suno is AI. It's an AI production.
Oh, cool.
AI music production.
All right.
It is Suno produces 250,000 songs a day.
The people
that is more songs that's in Spotify's library. Suno produces more songs every day than what is in Spotify's library.
My mama was right. It's them phones.
Right.
It's them phones.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And like people don't seem to understand the actual like concerningness that artists are having about this. There's a reason why people are realistically losing their shit about it. Mm-hmm. And the more people that the more genuine artists that adopt it, it makes it harder for people to fight the legitimacy of it because it is a tech bro scam. This dude literally, the CEO of Suno literally came up and said, the hardest part of making music is making music. Why would you want to do that? Be like, what? You want it to be a game? You want somebody to be able to click buttons and then call themselves a musician? It spits in the face of people that spent their whole lives learning how to work instruments and how to sing and how to.
And does he have any background in music himself?
No,
exactly.
he doesn't.
I figured because
None.
he couldn't if he's saying stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the dude's like the hardest part is making the actual music. Why can't we do that for you? Mm-hmm. You can just be an AI artist.
And see, that's the crazy part about AI and stuff like that. It's really a lot of it just comes from laziness and stuff like that. Because like I saw somebody put on a whole collage of Easter weekend flyers and how they all look the same. And it's like, why y'all making flyers through AI? Cool. Sometimes I get it.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But if you got graphic artist friends, then why not use them and stuff like that? I know people that have named their AIs.
I got tied into that conversation. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Taylor, love you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Burton Creative obviously does creative things. He's a graphic artist or he's an illustrator. He does stuff, and he's pretty strongly against AI art.
Right.
And I get it, 100%, 100% get it. And the guys that run Tip Top started a conversation about it. They said, we tried to hire graphic artists. Nobody wants to do it. We tried to get people to do our art. We tried to get people to do our flyers. Nobody will even respond to the requests.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had anybody even agree to do it, let alone discuss pay for it.
Mm.
And so if you want us to not use AI, you come fucking do it.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
And like, I've seen that myself because I'm working on a set of t-shirts so that I can give away a Gibson, a Gibson V45 acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's like, so like, you know, raffles are illegal. Raffles are illegal in Alabama. But if you give it away to somebody that has perhaps bought a really cool t-shirt that you have, then you kind of skate around that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And legitimately, I feel like most musicians won't have an opportunity to get a $3,000 acoustic guitar, but they buy a $20 shirt.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They'll buy, you know, $10 worth of tickets to enter or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not a raffle,
then it's legal.
Right, then the state doesn't have a problem with it. And it's literally just dotting your T's and crossing your I's. You know, it's literally just how you spell it out, how you do your paperwork, how you do your distribution, making sure that you do your 1099s and you actually like count it as income for whomever wins, making sure that it's not limited. I would prefer for it to all be people like that can actually walk here and pick it up.
Yeah.
But doing that kind of shit, actually, I was legitimately thinking about doing this across a string of instruments because, I mean, why the fuck not? Nobody's got money to spend nobody's got $3,000 to drop on an MPC XL.
Especially not right now.
Right, right. But I'm sure there's somebody that wants an MPC XL that can afford a $20 shirt.
Yeah. That
can afford $10 in tickets.
That's different.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're talking about some of these lower priced items, you know, it might be worth, you know, tossing in a couple bucks and trying your luck. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's not like I'm giving away fucking Duramax. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I have to have that kind of throughput.
Fact.
Realistically, if I sold like 1,000 shirts and I made $3 in each shirt, then I'd break even. And I probably know 1,000 people that would want a $3,000 guitar. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe?
You know some people that want $3,000
yeah,
guitar.
Yeah,
There's plenty of people up there. But yeah.
So like,
it was on a graphic artist.
Graphic artist.
Yeah,
so like,
I got you.
So I'm trying to get somebody to design the t-shirts for me.
Yeah.
And like, I reached out to like 3 or 4 people and nobody would give me a price. And I'm like, hey, these are my basic mock-ups. These are kind of the idea that I want.
Okay, you
And
already got mock-ups and everything too.
right.
That's different.
I mean, I was like, hey, I had this done in AI because my hands are not solid enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can recolor shit. I can line. I can do all of those things, but the initial drawing is really hard for me because I have nerve issues.
Mm.
So like if I could cut and paste it and turn it into a line drawing and whatever. But at that point, asking AI to do it is
easy, way easier.
Right.
Now that's different.
Right. But I'm not asking it to come up with a whole ass concept for me and a marketing plan. It's literally, hey, kind of get this where this is and put this here and put this here. And then I take that and I say, hey, make this a proper design.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's been down to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, even include the price of the shirts, do the screen printing and everything. And people are like, I don't want to do that. And at this point, I'm not willing to chase you around to give you money.
Because I'm not finna chase nobody to pay them for a service that I need.
Right. I'm not willing to chase you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be like, oh, AI artists suck, and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh Lord. So yeah, I 100% have to say that if you don't want people to use AI artists, pick the work up yourself.
I was finna say that's a call on the graphic artists out here because that's kind of crazy.
All right,
you already got a mock up and everything.
I refer things to every artist. My whole business model is a collaboration with creatives. I want everybody to eat doing the creative shit that they love. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to have to work at McDonald's. I want you to be able to make your music and to paint your murals and to knit your capybaras or whatever. I want you to be able to do that and to make a living off of it. Mm-hmm. But if your job is graphic arts, and I'm like, hey, I got a graphic arts thing that I need graphic arts, and you're like,
then what can I do with that?
Right. Yeah. How can I? Do I have to like put it in your panties? Just shove the money in there.
In your damn panties.
Right. And that's a lot. Mm-hmm. And
I ain't mad at that because I agree with that. Because I kind of feel the same way when it comes to like venues and stuff like that. Right. Because they be like, I want to get more business, I want to get more people in here, but it's like we're trying to work with you and stuff like that. The communication of it all and stuff.
The number of people that I reach out to for promotion, and I'm like, hey, tell me about your venue. Mm-hmm. The number of people that have been like, yeah, well, it's $500 to rent the venue. You have to bring your own equipment. You have to bring your own bodyguards, your own security. Yep. We keep the bar. You get none of the bar. You get nothing but the door.
You might get drinks.
Right. No, I mean, I've had people be like, no, you don't get drinks. Mm. We keep the drinks. The only thing you get is the door. Mm. Mm. And I'm like, so why should I use your place instead of literally any other place?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What benefit is this for me? Yeah. And people are like, well, you're the one that wants to rent the building. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm promoting a show. I'm promoting an artist. We are dicks in the wind praying to make money on this. You're not making any sort of guarantee, but you're also keeping the biggest money maker in the building.
Which I get. Okay. And I only say that I get it because, like, as working in the restaurant industry, that's like, so if you come in there and you hosting an event type thing, that's like the only money I'm going to get type of thing. The door is going to be your money. But at the same time, I do think it's kind of crazy as a person that has struggled with venues in Huntsville, the way that some of them like move and charge. Especially knowing the fact that it's not like a big city. I'm from Birmingham. Yeah, I circle back to that too. But like, when we was shout out to Open Mic Huntsville, but at one point, Open Mic Huntsville was a part of Town on the Hills. Yeah. And we used to be at one point we was at the Foundation. We tried fourth quarter at one point. Yeah. Lips Lounge.
I've actually done really good Lips.
Lips is great. Lips did us great. I love Lips. But just we've done different places and we've had our pros and cons with all of those places. But I went to Birmingham a couple weeks ago. Shout out to the Creative Society and the Flourish, Alabama. We went down there for their high tea. Yeah. And we realized that what's missing is more smaller venues with seating.
Yeah.
Like, my God, just with seating, like, just people want to sit down and stuff like that. Like, the camp is dope, but you also know if you don't get to the camp at a certain time, you
You
don't
don't
have
really
a
want to
seat.
see. Yeah.
Yep, Mars is cool, but Mars is more for an open floor plan type of thing like that. So,
Mars costs so much money to
oh
run.
yeah, for sure.
It's like 10 stacks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like there's no way you
Mhm.
can guarantee a return on your investment without sponsors.
You don't do nothing at Mars if you know you're making money, baby.
I mean, like if you get a sublet, if you get a sponsorship or whatever, where it doesn't cost you nothing to work at Mars, then maybe it's worth doing it. So like all these free shows that are being put on by the Huntsville Music Office, and they're sponsoring that shit, and they're letting the bar tab and all that from the VBC actually pay for it. Then yeah, great. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to rent Mars, it's 10 stacks.
Yeah.
Plus lights, plus sound, plus security.
Yeah.
And you got to pay the bartenders.
Yeah.
And they keep the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, at what and all you get is the door. But it's a Ticketmaster door. So
that's why I said we need more, especially like we had an event one event was at Woodlawn Theater, and it was like a small theater, black box type of place. I like that. And then the other one was Carver Theater. Yeah. And so it was like more places like that.
What about Merrimack? Do they do stuff still?
Who?
Merrimack. Oh, it's over off of Triana. Oh. It's between Bob Wallace and Drake. Is a renovated studio. They did the first 72 experience there.
I'm gonna have to check them out. I never heard of them. I didn't know nothing about them.
Yeah, it's like a Broadway stage type setup. But it's got the slanted stage, the slanted seating. So and it's a good acoustic building. It's a probably a 60, 70 foot stage. So like you could do some shit there. Oh God. But it's a lot. It's closer to a Broadway stage or a live theatrical show.
And that's no problem for real if you got like the seats and the audio and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got all that. Literally. I want to say it's probably like 70 or 80 seats in there.
Okay, but you said Merrimack? Yeah, Merrimack. Check them out. I never heard of them at all. But that's just like my biggest thing that I noticed from like between like Birmingham and Huntsville when it comes to like venue wise and stuff like that.
Bro, I think a lot of more people step out to actually support people in Birmingham.
Yes, depending on the circle and the scene, but I do agree.
I mean, like, look at the Nick. They don't have any issues packing that bitch out. It doesn't matter who shows up to play. They pack it out. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've had people that come into town ask for a show. Like, ISSA winning artists come in looking for a show, and they end up at the Copper Top because nobody will take them on. And like, how do you do that to an artist? How do you not find something for them to play? Why is it always, well, we got local people, we got open mics, we got this, we got that, when legitimate creatives, legitimate artists, artists that are set in and doing big things, and they can't get booked.
And see, I don't know if you saw the whole debacle with like the J.Khali'l concert and stuff like that. Because it's kind of like the same thing because they canceled that because of like ticket sales and stuff like that.
I believe that. I mean, like I ended up having to cancel a show here for ticket sales because it was a 30 seats is what we were shooting for, and we were 7 days out and we had like one sale. And everybody was like, well, I can see this guy at the open mic every Monday. I can see this guy over at this place every Thursday. Why would I pay money to go see these local artists when I can go see them for free?
And that leads me to the point that I told somebody, I said, when I came back, I said, I realized that it's a difference between like consuming arts and actually like appreciating and stuff like that. And I realized that not everybody. So don't take this on the show to everybody, but I realized that Huntsville likes to be entertained.
Yeah. They don't like to pay for it.
Yeah. And not even that, but if it's like not the entertainment that they're looking for, then they're really good on it.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they're not even like open minded to being like, oh, this might be something different. Just like, oh no, what is this? What's going on? That's something that I've definitely realized recently.
I've noticed a lot of events that aren't necessarily music attached do really well here.
Yep.
Like the book ball or
Yep.
whatever it was that they had the Orion where everybody dressed up like pixies and fairies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that bitch was packed.
Mm-hmm.
There were people all the way around the corner, and it was like 12 degrees outside, and these barmaid looking women was out there freezing.
If you knew how to dress.
with their elf ears and their push up bras, and I'm like,
ladies love lemon drop.
You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's dope that they were able to do that. And then you end up with shows that are empty, or you get a lot of cover shows that do really well for some reason. Like the Beastie Boys do really well. And they're all really good artists that all have original music that does really so.
Yeah.
But the Beastie Boys shit, it's always banged out. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Like, you know that they have good art, and the tribute bands do better than that.
Yes.
And I hate that.
Yes.
Shit. I do.
Yes. And I know that's why a lot of singers in Huntsville kind of like dissipated.
You mean like Jesse Murph?
Yeah. And then Jazz. I know Jazz does great performing in town and stuff like that. And it's a couple other singers that I know. But we've talked, and they said, I like performing in Birmingham. I like performing in Nashville and different places. Chattanooga's been a new hot city performing, just because more just like appreciation of the art type of thing and stuff like that, and support.
I think it's a lot younger too.
Even with like original music and stuff like that, because I did notice that Huntsville loves cover music a lot more than anything and stuff like that.
This whole city's autistic.
Please.
If it's not comfortable, they don't do it.
Please.
That's why chain restaurants do so well here, because ain't nobody trying to go to Clem and Cletus's backyard barbecue when Lawler's is right there. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of, I need my bills paid, so can y'all please come see me at Superhero Chefs? We open at 9 a.m. We close at 3 Monday. We close on Mondays, but I work Tuesday through Sunday.
That's the one on Winchester?
No, it's the one on Old Monrovia. Superhero.
Right. Across from the Dave & Buster's.
Yes. We do breakfast.
Right next to the Stars and Strikes.
Yes, next to Stars, Strikes, and Vietnam.
Yeah.
Because we do breakfast, and then Superheroes does dinner.
Right.
People call us all the time, mixing us up. I think that's
the sign's confusing, man. The sign is confusing.
It's 1 P off. That's it. Superheroes has 2 Ps. We got 1.
So, legit, just completely off topic. I rode over there once to try it because Mo told me to try the food. And, there was a dude that, almost ran me off the road when I was riding.
Okay.
And, he was sitting in there eating his food. And he's like, hey, man, did I see you on the road yesterday and such and such and such and such?
Okay, and he came to you and said
I'm like, maybe? And so I saw him get in his car. I was like, that's that motherfucker that tried to hit me.
Did he apologize?
No.
Oh. So what did he say something for?
I didn't confirm that I was that person.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay.
But legit, he got in his car. I'm like, that's that motherfucker that was hit me. It took me a second to realize what was going on. So anyways, that's the thing that sticks out about that place for me.
Okay.
Just to let you know, when somebody mentions that, I'm like, that's what I remember.
Right.
This dude is like, hey, oh yeah, and I had a giant bee in my fucking jacket. That was fun.
Oh my God, you had a long day.
Yeah.
You had an extra long
So, I have an armored jacket and shit, and it was 90 degrees that day, so I had my sleeves rolled up. And so, when I went to put my jacket back on to leave, I felt something, like a ball or something in my sleeve. And so I just slung it out, and then, a bare ass, I want to say it was like a carpenter bee or something.
Yeah.
Big motherfucker.
We felt the rock. It was a
yeah. And it hit the ground. I was like, they're just going to leave that there. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. Anyways.
That's crazy. Okay. Yeah.
So, we're booking for the podcast start July. Going into the fall season. If you want in, holla at me. We're doing artist development around here. $100 a month, 4 hours of studio time a month. You can use it however you want to. You want to learn how to mix. You want to learn how to master. You want to track your demos. You want to come and do a podcast yourself. Come holler at me.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing quarterly house concerts.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to put on a show, come holler at me. We have the best rates in town. Maybe. I doubt it. I mean,
come find out.
People are fighting us for rates these days. And I want to be able to display your music and to give you a taste of actual performing. So, and that's kind of what we got going. Sound on Hill's got a bunch of stuff going.
We getting ready for a busy summer. I know we've been hiding. Everybody's been. Now I won't say everybody's been looking for us, but I know we've been hiding. I'll say that because we like hiding. But we just got done with Freestyle Friday from March. Shout out to Nick. We got another one coming up, and he also has a concert, Choose Your Players, he's got coming up with Gutter, Nady B, and a whole lot of local rappers we got coming up. And then after that, we do have a part 2 coming up to our showcase that we had last year. So stay tuned on that. We got some things we're finna drop on that real soon. Probably like over the next week. Y'all should see some new promo for that coming up. And then, of course, shout out to Queen Kiani. She's been doing great stuff, performing everywhere. Like I said, I was in Birmingham with her and Ascension. That's who you met yesterday, by the way. Ascension,
bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
And they both just performed in Birmingham at Flourish High Tea. Great poets, great producers, great singers.
By the way, she missed a chance to call her restaurant the Spice Rack.
The Spice Rack. What restaurant?
Oh, or her little booth or whatever.
Because she said skin products.
Yeah, no, she has spices or something out there.
She was probably over there with at V's.
Yeah. There you go.
At V's.
Like missed a chance to call it the Spice Rack.
Because
she was out there. She was out there in a sundress, like she was trying to find a baby daddy. I'm like, man, that's like the most fitting name for what you do.
The Spice Rack.
The Spice Rack.
Hey, maybe she'll find her husband out there like that.
But anyways, this is the Music Monday podcast. It is the 13th of April. Thanks for coming and watching, and y'all take it easy.
Amen.
Look.
Yes, click it.
In.
Yes.